Kew Gardens, Durham Cathedral, Edinburgh Newtown, the Giant Causeway are all on UNESCO's World Heritage List. Now there's a campaign to have a mile-long stretch of canal with 16 locks added to that list. It's in Marple, in Greater Manchester, and a local MP who's leading the call has said it's an extraordinary testament to our industrial and engineering heritage. In a moment we'll hear from the man who runs the Canal and River Trust. First, here's our listener Claire, who lives nearby and sent us this from one of her regular walks along the canal.
I've just finished work and arrived at the top of the 16 locks in Marple. I spend a lot of time up here because I go to Marple Girl Guiding, where I'm a leader, and we're right at the top of the locks where the Peak Forest Canal and the Macclesfield Canal meet. So I'm walking down. It's really nice because there are still people living on the canal boats. You can see the lights twinkling from the boats, which is really nice in the evening. We're really lucky because the canal goes all the way sort of down. We've got countryside to the side, but then we can walk from here straight to the shops in a couple of minutes. In the summer and in the daytime, quite often you can see people going through the locks, and they're really good. They let people help them. Often kids are there. So my kids once were on the lock helping people and actually found out they had a little sister. So we've all got lots of tales to tell, but mine is that my kids found out they had a baby sister when they were helping on one of the locks. Lots of people walking dogs here. You can hear the water going through the locks at the moment, which is a really nice sound, and just right in the middle of the town to be able to bring you back to nature is really good. So I can see down a lot of the locks. Can't see as far as the aqueduct, but it's just a really lovely place to spend your time.
We've got a picture of it there, didn't we? Richard Perry is Chief Executive of the Canal and River Trust, which is a charity that was set up to take over from what used to be called British Waterways, a publicly owned body, to run our canals and rivers. Good morning to you. Tell us a bit more about this, why this 1 mile stretch of canal isn't just another bit of canal, is particularly special.
Morning, Nick. It really is, and that was lovely to hear Claire talking so passionately about it. One of millions of people who use and love their local canals, and it really is stunning in Marple because it starts if I take the northern end, where the canal crosses the River Goyt over an amazing aqueduct. The Marple Aqueduct is Grade 1 listed. It's the highest aqueduct in England. There's a viaduct that runs alongside to make it even more spectacular. And as soon as you cross the aqueduct, you enter the lock flight. And it's not one of the lock flights that's like a staircase carved into the hillside. Rather, it sort of reveals itself slowly as you climb. It curves, and the 16 locks beautifully spaced. And as you heard from Claire, as you approach the centre of the town, the locks get closer together, and suddenly you're in the middle of Marple at the top of this wonderful lock flight. It really is stunning.
It is that combination, isn't it? A beautiful countryside and extraordinary Victorian engineering.
It absolutely is. And we know that people value their heritage. They really value the chance to be close to nature, as Claire said. And of course, our role as the charity, as you said, is to have to care for it in perpetuity. And the real challenge to that is the cost of maintaining it. We've had to rebuild 3 of the locks in Marple over the last few years, and that costs us over £1 million every time. And it's really the pressure on our funds to ensure that this wonderful heritage that delivers so much benefit today can be cared for all of us to enjoy.
Yes, we often get down to money, and that's the reason this came to our attention. A local MP, the MP for Hazel Grove, Lisa Smart, raised it in the House of Commons and said that what she sees as Tory cuts, but it seems to me, I think I'm right in saying the Labour government is continuing with, will mean you're getting 300 million less than you wanted.
Yes, that's right, Nick. Look, we're very keen to have a partnership with government. We know the benefits of canals are clear to so many people for nature, for the heritage, but also for the role they play in water security, for nature recovery, for flood alleviation even. So there's lots of benefit that they provide. But we are a charity. People can make their own donations to us. We have over 30,000 friends. And for everyone who loves their local canal, I would urge them to support us, to make a donation if they can, and to very much celebrate what they have on the doorstep. That's such a miracle, really. Over 220 years after the canal was built, it's still there, being used by boats and enjoyed by more people than ever.